Yo, what's up, guys? My bad. I thought I had done this breakdown, but for some reason it did not get entered into the prediction video. So, going to be breaking down this fight real quick. Jaqueline Amorim versus Cory McKenna. And McKenna, she's making her comeback to competition. She hasn't fought since 2022. She missed all of 2023, but 24 years old. I think that she's going to come back a better version of herself. And she's still been training at Team Alpha Male during that time, so hopefully she looks better skill wise. She's 3-1 in the UFC, and her opponent Jaqueline Amorim, she had two fights for the UFC in 2023. Debuted in April and kind of had a lackluster performance. She lost to Sam Hughes by decision. Bounced back in August with a strong showing. She finished Montserrat Ruiz in the third round. And matchup of two grapplers. Cory McKenna doesn't have the jiu-jitsu credentials of Jaqueline Amorim, but we have seen her out-grapple girls like Vanessa Demopoulos. She was able to defeat Kay Hansen. If this were a jiu-jitsu match, McKenna would have probably no chance, but, in terms of MMA experience, that's on McKenna's side. Before coming to the UFC, Amorim had finished all four of her opponents in the first round. Her last two fights were the only fight she's gone multiple rounds. She gassed in one of the two fights. She lost a decision, one via third round submission in the other, or TKO, excuse me. So she's shown some improvements from the first fight to the second fight, but I think it also had to do with the opponent. And overall, Morim's only fought 12 MMA rounds, whereas McKenna has fought 43 MMA rounds. So there's a big experience gap there. And style-wise, with how they match up, I think if they grapple, both are going to be more effective on top. Morim, to me, doesn't have much of an option of a second game plan. She doesn't have the stand-up to keep it standing for 3 rounds. McKenna's stand-up isn't exceptional, but more experienced as a striker, should have the better cardio. And if she keeps it on the feet over 15 minutes, Amorim doesn't really offer too much. She's fluid, she moves well, but doesn't throw very much offense. She's just trying to get fighters out of position so she can level change. She'll throw some body kicks, some overhands, but McKenna is the better striker, more fluid, sharp with her hands, decent jab, good check hook. She'll throw 1-2s, 1-1-2s, fairly good with her kicks. This fight, I would be more hands only for McKenna and try to implement a boxing style on the feet. As far as the grappling goes for these girls, Amorim, fast shots. She can hit some solid doubles when she's fresh. And usually when she can't get the takedown, she tends to pull guard. And we saw that in her fight with Sam Hughes. It didn't work. She pulled guard second and third round and ended up getting controlled and defeated. Then you watch her last fight, second, third round, she pulled guard again. And this time it was effective for her. She was able to attack off her back, eventually swept and got the finish in the third. So I don't think that game plan is going to be that effective against very many opponents. Like if she tries to pull guard on Cory McKenna, I feel like McKenna will be able to defend the submissions, probably keep the position, and get Amorim tired. So Amorim, she has to get better at being able to wrestle for 3 rounds. Right now, we've only seen her have takedowns in the first round. She's never had a takedown after the first. But when Amorim does get on top in the first round, you have to be very careful. She's very aggressive. She goes to the back. She'll look for arm bars. She'll look for chokes. And McKenna, she just has to be smart not to give her back because if she's on bottom and doesn't give her back, I think she'll be fine to survive and just go to the next round and then come back and try to use her cardio to extend the fight. And when she's in top position, she has good top pressure, good submission defense. I think she could grind out Amorim from the top if she has to. Her cardio is on point, and even though she did get kind of dominated at points against Kay Hansen, I think that she's going to have improved her grappling as well during this time off. She had a great grappling gym, not that old. So I like Cory McKenna in the spot. I think on the feet she's going to be better by a wide margin. She's probably going to look improved, and I think she's going to put her hands together, throw numbers as the fight goes on. Amorim is going to be fading. I think McKenna may have some problems early in the first, but when she survives the storm, I think she takes over. Even after the first round in the wrestling department, like I said, we haven't seen Amorim be able to hit takedowns, and I think if she pulls guard, that's going to be a mistake in this fight. So I honestly think there's a possibility of a late TKO for McKenna, but more than likely, it'll probably be a decision victory, and I'm going to go with Cory McKenna.